We actually have Fox Weather hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross on the line to break down what it all means. Of course, Bryan, good morning to you. Saharan dust still out there, could put a lid on development, not to mention the hostile winds upstairs. Curious, as of this morning, what are you looking at in terms of possible tropical development off the coast of Africa?
Well, yeah, you do have the two systems, Michael, and they are quite different. The yellow one, the one with the low chances, it looks like that's going to head toward the Caribbean and could actually bring some beneficial rain, but probably to the southern Caribbean islands. But it's going to run into strong upper-level winds as soon as it gets anywhere near the Caribbean, and that's why they have the odds of development on that one low. It would reach the Caribbean sometime in the middle of the week, it looks like right now, if everything goes according to plan. Now, the other one is a little different because the other one is still over Africa, but it has a large envelope of moisture around it. So when it moves off the coast of Africa, it's going to want to put a dent into the Saharan dust, and there is a lot of Saharan dust. There's a big plume that's moving, has moved off Africa, is across the Atlantic. So that's going to be a bit of a battle, and we'll see if there is enough moisture to hold off the dust. The system is coming off Africa at a low enough latitude that I think it has a chance to do that, and perhaps develop at least into a tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm there in the southern part of the Atlantic, not threatening anybody. Then the track on that, the consensus of the computer models is that it's going to turn north before it gets to the islands, and it's going to have to run a gauntlet of dust and nasty upper-level winds if it's going to hang together. And I think there's only a fair chance that it can do that and track to the north. That's the consensus right now, that one would not affect land. But if it stays weak, then it has a better chance of coming farther west and maybe affecting the islands or something like that. So we're just going to have to see. You know, I always say that a system that has not yet developed or is just developing or is moving slowly, its forecasts are subject to change because there just isn't a good way for the computer forecast to latch onto it and make projections about something that doesn't really exist yet. And this thing hasn't even moved into the Atlantic. And until it moves into the Atlantic and begins to develop, I think our forecasts are going to be poor.
Yeah, Bryan, also curious, is there one model over another model that you might be looking at a little bit more intently?
Well, it's hard to say, honestly, because the models change every year. Mm-hmm. And so what we looked at last year, we don't necessarily look at this year, and what we look at for what's called genesis, in other words, starting from zero, is not what we look at after storms get going. Mm-hmm. For instance, last year, of course, the Google DeepMind AI model was very, very successful. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that starts with training on established systems. So it's much better once the system actually has something to track, because then it matches with the database it was trained on. The database doesn't say, okay, this puff of clouds ended up into a tropical depression. It doesn't kind of start with the puff of clouds. It starts with the tropical depression. So it takes an organized system for that to really work. Now, work super well. Now, having said that, the system that's heading in the general direction of Hawaii, it has picked up on that really robustly. And I've been saying, for a week that people in Hawaii need to watch this system for the end of this week. So it's not 100%. It really depends on how robust the disturbance is and whether it can latch on to something or whether it's just a broad area of disturbed weather. Then the models kind of dance around on that, and one run they say one thing, another run they say another thing, because they're latching onto something different as being the system that might eventually develop.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Boy, there's so much to keep our eyes on, not only in the Atlantic basin, but also in the Pacific basin. And of course, Bryan, I know that you'll be on top of it every step of the way. Thank you so much for your insight this morning. We really appreciate it.
All right, Michael.
Absolutely. That was Fox Weather hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross. Bryan, thank you.